So here we are, back for game 2 of Gonchan's Prismatic Rioters deck. I won the first one, and my opponent is going to play first, and he keeps. Got quite a bit of land here, but got enough colors and an early Blightning, which is great, so I will also keep. Opponent starts off with a forest. He was probably mana screwed last time, so that makes sense that he would go ahead and quit like that. Not having any land would have been pretty difficult to come back from. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, an overgrown battlement. Not at all what I was thinking was coming. I'll go ahead and fetch from a mountain here. I think, given, well, I got another fetch land. I think I'm willing to let that overgrown battlement go for the moment, and I will just play out this Evolving Wilds and pass the turn back, see what he's going to do with his mana. Has a second battlement, quite a bit of mana at his disposal now, and a rampant growth. Wow, okay, so I'm guessing he's playing some kind of ramp deck. And he also goes ahead and fetches a blue. Could be an Eldrazi spawn, could be ramping into a lot of different things here. This deck doesn't have really any need of a double color of any color. So given that the only other thing I don't have in my hand is a forest, I think I will actually go ahead and fetch that. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to. Not going to kill the overgrown battlements here. Oh, and I draw rioters. That's great. Having all 5 colors will definitely be useful. My opponent has so far done nothing though, so I will just go ahead and cast Lightning again. Pretty nice that I managed to get that both openers, and in fact there's only one in this particular deck, as you have seen by now, so definitely lucky on my part. See what he's going to do with all that mana. Battle Rampart. Some kind of green-red defender deck. That's very interesting. It's also interesting that he had nothing he could actually do with all that mana. So, I think here I will go ahead and play the island and run out the rioters and leave the mountain up for Flame Slash. Pass the turn back. Of course, oh, and Growth Spasm again. Lots and lots of ramping and very little to do with it. Alright, well, I don't really see any reason to do anything here. Draw yet another land, which I don't really need. Fortunately, I've got that Mysteries. So I think the play here, obviously I want to go and get that Plains in, maximize the strength of the Rioters. I mean, I don't really see any reason here not to attack. We'll just see what he does here. I'll just block it with the spawn, that's fine. Let's see, I think here I will go ahead and just cast the Mysteries. And yeah, that refills my hand, so that's pretty good. Oh, and he's got a negate? Okay, well, that's unexpected, but no big deal. Get that out now. Interesting to see if he's able to ramp into an Eldrazi here. Should probably, well, not a whole lot I can do if he does. Be very tempting to get rid of that Battle Rampart. If he's able to summon an Eldrazi, he could do a lot of damage before I'm really able to react. On the other hand, he's only got 1 card in hand. probably not as much an issue. Drew another land, not so helpful. So I'll just go ahead and attack, see what he does. He takes it. Guess here I will play the mountain and say go. Certainly not going to leave my riders back, just, let's see, played it into the royal, okay. See what he's got here. Vent Sentinel. That, on the other hand, could be painful. It does what? Each one does 1, 2, 3, 4 turn? Yeah, that definitely is going to die. And I draw yet another land. Well, go ahead and get rid of the Vent Sentinel. Wow, and he has yet another negate. So the question here is he running Eldrazi? I think better to worry about the threat on the board rather than a potential threat. So I will go ahead and run out the journey. Gladly get rid of that Vent Sentinel. Go ahead and summon the Rioters again and pass the turn. And all he's got is land. That makes me very happy. Rupture Spire, more land. And this is what we call a flood. Fortunately, I've managed to exhaust my opponent's resources, and at the moment don't have anything to worry about. He draws yet another land. As do I. Well, if you've got to be flooded, this is not a bad position to be flooded in, and if you've got to be flooded, it's always nice when your opponent is flooded too. Got rid of that annoying little battle rampart that if he had managed to get an Eldrazi spawn could have really done some damage. Guess I'll just fetch a plains, and that's the end of that. Whatever he drew, he decides not to play. Oh, here we go. It is Mysteries of the Deep. Allowing him to refill. Oh, only getting one though, and one of which is a land. Let's see what he's got here. For 4 mana. Mnemonic Wall allows him to, I guess, return one of the negates. No, of course he gets the mysteries. That makes more sense. Alright, fortunately the Rioters will smash through that wall without any problem, but it does at least buy him a turn. Now I know he's got that negate in hand. No, I'm sorry, he's got a mysteries in hand, but I still think I'm in pretty good shape here. Cost him most of his mana to cast it. And even though he's got 3 cards in hand, make that 2 cards in hand. Yet another battlement. Oh, and a Vent Sentinel. Sheesh. Fortunately, I'm going to be eating away at those defender creatures pretty fast. Knocking it down to a very manageable 2 per turn. Not a big deal. And that's the end of that. That was pretty quick. But there you go. That was Gonchan's Prismatic Rioters deck. Hope you enjoyed watching.